Hello, boys and girls. My name's Chali 2na, and I am here again to read to you a story by David Litchfield. And the story is called The Bear and the Piano. All right, let us begin. This story takes place in the forest where some bears live. And this particular bear we're about to talk about today, this is where he lives. Okay? The Bear and the Piano. One day, in the forest, a young bear cub found something he'd never seen before. What could this strange thing be? He thought. Shyly, he touched it with his stubby paws. Plonk! The strange thing made an awful sound. This is him playing around with the strange thing. So the bear left, but the next day he came back. Left. And the next day. And the day after that too. And for days and weeks and months and years. Until eventually, the sounds that came from the strange thing were beautiful, and the bear had grown big and strong and grizzly. Look at that big guy. When the bear played, he felt so happy. How happy he is right there. He's happy. The sounds took him away from the forest, and he dreamed of strange and wonderful lands. As he played, the sounds took him away from the forest, and he daydreamed about strange and wonderful lands. It wasn't long before the other bears in the forest were drawn to the clearing. Every night, a crowd gathered to listen to the magical melodies coming from the bear and the strange thing. So these are all the bears in the forest, and they've come to hear the one bear play this strange thing. Because he plays very, very well after a long period of time. Then, one night, a girl and her father came across the clearing. They told the bear that the strange thing was a piano, and that they told the bear that the strange thing was a piano, and the sounds it made were music. Sorry about that. That's the girl and her father. That's the clearing. Come to the city with us, they said. There's lots of music there. You can play grand pianos in front of hundreds of people and hear sounds so beautiful they will make your fur stand on end. So this is the girl. She's trying to convince the bear that everything will be okay if he comes to the city with them. The bear knew that if he left the forest, the other bears would be very sad. So that's him thinking about it. He's like, I wonder. Because he doesn't want to make his friends sad. But he longed to explore the world beyond the woods, to hear more wonderful music, and to play bigger and better than before. You see that? That's him looking out, trying to figure out what it would be like outside of the forest and being able to play better than he already plays. And before long, the bear's name was up in big bright lights in the big bright city. So there's the bear, and there's his name in lights, the bear and the piano. And that's the big bright city. He played sold-out concerts in giant theaters. That's him on stage with his piano. And thousands of people in giant theaters. It's a big giant theater there. Every night he performed with such passion and such grace. To wild applause and standing ovations and huge admiration. That means everyone loved him. That guy could really play the piano. The Bear recorded albums that went platinum. That means millions of records he sold. Millions and millions and millions of records. He was interviewed by magazines. He won awards. He met new people every day and created headlines everywhere he went. There's records and headlines and new people. This guy got famous just for playing the piano very well. The city was everything he had hoped it to be. But deep down, something tugged at the Bear's heart. He had fame and awards and all the music in the world, but he missed the forest. He missed his old friends. He missed his home. So he just sat there and thought about home. So the Bear decided to go back. He speedily crossed the river and excitedly pounded into the forest. He couldn't wait to tell his friends about his time in the city. That's him going speedily across the river, and that's him excitedly pounding through the forest, trying to find his friends. But when the Bear reached the familiar clearing, it was empty. No pianos, no bears, no anything. The Bear started to worry that his friends had forgotten him or that they were angry that he had left them behind. No one's there. Then a friend stepped into the clearing. "Hello!" cried the Bear. "I'm back! I've missed you so much!" And that's his friend behind the tree. Big gray bear. Without saying a word, the gray bear ran back into the trees. "Wait!" called the Bear. "I'm sorry I left. Please stop." But his friend just kept running. That's his friend, and he just kept running right there. The Bear stumbled after him, moving deeper and deeper into the forest, until he saw something that made his fur stand up on end. He looks surprised, doesn't he? And this is what he saw. The piano and all of the things to remember him by. His friends missed him. For the Bear had not been forgotten. His friends weren't angry, but they were proud. The Bear realized that no matter where he went or what he did, they would always be there, watching from afar. They had even kept the piano safe in the shade, ready for his return. These are all of his friends, hoping that he's pleased. So after the bear had told his friends about his life in the city and the many concerts he'd played, he sat down to play once more. This time for the most important audience of all, which is all of his friends and family. The end. That bear looks happy, doesn't he? So once again, ladies and gentlemen, that was The Bear and the Piano. I have to say big respect to Mr. David Litchfield for writing this book. Incredible book. Thank you for allowing me to read it. To all of you children out there, and I hope you enjoyed. This is Chali 2na signing off.